Welcome back to KJV Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing this Church Bible Publishers brand new Midsize Interleaved Bible in the brown calfskin leather. Now you can see it's got good leather. We're all familiar with the covers, with the gilding that they do, which is very nice, and the stitched outer perimeter. We're familiar with their synthetic liners, iron calfskin, the text block that's put in there. We're familiar with all those things, so I'm not going to really get into any of those things. What I am going to talk about specifically with this Bible is its features that make it unique. So this Bible is going to be available when it comes out and released in water buffalo, lambskin, and the iron calfskin. And there'll be various colors in that as well. And according to the info they sent, they will be looking to expand that into the future. So just keep an eye out for what types of leathers that you would like. As I say, this is the brown calfskin. And this, I have the Schofield, the black and brown. And this brown is a darker, kind of a more chocolate color than the lighter brown that's on my Schofield, just in case you're wondering about that. So there are the raised hubs on the spine, which is a standard on most of their Bibles. It's got the gold stamping there. It is Smythe sewn, which is a standard for them. Also, this is a 9-point font. It's not a red letter. That's one thing I was really hoping for, is a red letter edition, because I'm a red letter fan. If that doesn't bother you, then this is good for you. Of course, you got the 2 1/4 ribbon markers here, standard, super skinny and not that impressive, but you know, they do the trick. But like I say, this Bible is not $200. It's probably going to be around the $75 range, which is most of their midsize. The dimensions are about 9 3/4 tall, 6 3/4, and then of course 1 3/4 thick. Pretty much standard with all the other midsize, except it is a little bit thicker. I would say it's probably roughly the size of maybe the note takers, if I had to guess. I don't have one on hand to compare them, but it does contain the translator to the readers and the preface to the King James. It also contains presentation pages. There's 15 maps, which we'll look at in a minute, in the back, which are highly readable, and I really do think these are nice maps. It's also printed and bound in the United States, and of course it is the King James text. And we also have in the front, we'll go on and get in here. In the front, there's the standard unusable first page, which you can use this page right here and several of these. So there's about 7 usable pages here if you count front and back. Presentation page, family record, children, marriages. Let's move this over a little bit closer to the center, sorry. Children and marriages, grandchildren, and then this nice title page here, and you'll be able to see the actual item number. 340 is what this is going to be. And of course that C stands for the cover. It's one piece brown. So it's got a nice title page. And then right after the title page, you have a note page. So just in case there was something on the title page that you thought was important that needed to be annotated, you could write that down here. I don't really know why this is here. That's kind of funny. But either or, you can put things in there, whatever. I don't know why that's there, but either or. Translators to the reader, and you can see the text is very bold and easily to read. 9-point font. There is some ghosting you can see. Of course, it is exaggerated on camera. You can see up here. But it's still readable. And got the translator to the reader. And then we'll also have the dedicatory. Right after that, there is a table of contents. And there's a note page here. Now these note pages have have 26 lines to write on. I counted the spaces here. There's 26 lines to write on. One thing I do like about this Bible is that every book will start on its own page. So that gives you an advantage at the end of the book to have extra room to take notes like you would really need it in this Bible, but it's there if you do need it. So for an example of this, we can see here, if we go over to the book of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, we'll see here very easily how this plays out. So there is 2nd epistle of John. So we have this whole page here. And then the 3rd epistle of John will start on its own page and have the complete blank. So, and then there's still the notes there. Jude, and there is a blank line sheet between every page in this Bible. So great for note taking. I have not written in this Bible because I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this Bible yet, who's going to get this Bible, or if I'm going to keep it. I'm not really sure. It was given to me to keep as a review copy, but it is not a red letter, so I really don't care for it. And personally for me, I find the text a little too crowded, and for me, I don't really like it. I would like it to be a lot bigger, but that's just me. I mean, you could be perfectly fine with it, but there's no concordance. Revelations ends, and then there's 7 pages back here, so 14 pages to take notes if you count front and back. And then we get to the maps, and here there's a map index, and you can see these are nice maps, very readable, nice and colorful, and there's 15 of them. And there's some maps in here that I haven't seen in other Bibles. So like there is a map in here about Palestine's political regions. So that's pretty interesting. And there's also, you have the Assyrian Empire, Babylonian Empire, the Greek Empire, Old Testament Jerusalem, New Testament Jerusalem, the ministry of Jesus with all kinds of information here and scripture references, which is really wonderful. That's a 2-page map here. And then we have missionary journeys of Paul, but we also have this map called the Spread of Christianity, which I thought was pretty neat. So that's a cool map. It shows the areas that it spread out to and giving the names like Gaul, Macedonia. Those are interesting things to look up. It's a unique map. And then, of course, we have modern Israel. That's pretty awesome. And we have the standard cardstock pages in the back of the Bible, and that's it. So it's really just a plain Jane, nitty-gritty, interleaved Bible. Now, I have flipped through this, looked at the text, looks pretty uniform. It's pretty dark. Like I said, I think that the text is crowded, and it just kind of runs together. To me, maybe that's just my 42-year-old eyes, but you can check it for yourself. But I found one space in here in the book of Jude. Let me get to it. Right here where there looks like a little printing mishap. See how this is up too high, right touching this? So the space between here is not right. So you can see there. But just flipping through that stuck out to me. But I don't know if there's other issues like that. Of course, as they're brought to the attention of church Bible publishers in subsequent printings, they'll probably fix those things. But I hope you've enjoyed this review, and if you're looking for a Bible to take notes in, I believe this one would be a good one for you. And like I said, there's 26 spaces here to take notes, so you got a total of 52 lines front and back to take notes. You could even take a ruler and split this in half if you wanted to, or divide it into quadrants, whatever you needed to do. But I think it's pretty interesting. But you can see the ghosting here. You can see the ghosting from here. It's very thin. But I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. God bless you and have a wonderful day.